What's up, MillennZial Mamas? How we doing?
Hey, guy.
You doing good, Kendra?
Yeah.
Kendra,
Alec is back.
wait.
So.
How's everyone's week going? Tomorrow is another full moon. Why do we always record by these full fucking moons?
Crazy.
They're
Weird.
actually wild.
I believe in that.
I
You
don't know.
go nuts.
Like, I felt some weird shit in the air this morning. I just felt like today was not going to be a vibe, and it was not really that much of a vibe, to be honest with you. But
I actually had a really good day. I just got like a lot of cleaning and like grocery haul. Like it was a fine day.
oh, that's good.
Alec is back,
did you
so
have a
I
good
can't
day?
really complain there.
I cleaned my little life away. And
There we
Miles was so cranky today, but we made it there.
Yep.
We're
We're
here.
here.
I love it. Okay, so you saw that I went to Nashville.
Yeah.
And it was just so amazing to like just get away, because sometimes I feel like, you know, when you have a week or two and you're like, I need a vacation with my husband that does not include wiping someone else's ass other than myself.
Yes.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. I've never been away from my kids other than when I was in labor with the other kids.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
crazy to me.
Yeah. Like never took a trip. Like never. I literally don't even go more than like 4 or 5 hours without seeing them ever.
Are you okay? Like,
Wait,
are
are
you
you okay?
fine? Like, bitch, I'm worried about you.
Okay, but like
I do.
it's because I nurse, so I literally can't be away. And I know that's like a self-brought thing.
But I feel like you still have like littles. So I feel by the time that they're like Lex's kids' age, maybe you'll do that. Like you won't be nursing. They'll, be of age. I haven't left Miles either, but I will be in June, but that's like far from now. And that'll be for one night.
You bitches are hilarious.
All right, here, let me
And
hear.
it goes along with this. Like, I'm just making it a hot take because it goes along with this. I just I get nervous, like with other people, like being with my baby. No, truly I don't. Like my mother-in-law and my mom watch my baby, so I don't. But if it were to be anyone else, like
No,
I
same.
can't. Or what if he chokes? What if he gets a fever? What if he falls down the stairs? What if I give a million things? Like I just get so nervous, and I'm a big hypochondriac, so I'm just like nervous all the time. And I don't know, I have a hard time sharing.
Yeah, I
genuinely get jealous when other people are having fun with my kid. I'm like, I want to have fun
I
with
know.
my kid. What?
Who watches the babies when you're gone?
Joe's mom, and she's amazing.
That's good.
Like, that's the thing. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but
it's
like you're not gonna
so-
worry.
no, I'm not. And the thing
Yeah.
is like, this is also a hot take. Okay, the first time that I ever left my kid, it was just Jace. He was 4 months old, and we went to Vegas. I was like, get me out of here. Okay, I need a weekend.
Yeah.
So like, we did that. I know that sounds like Bad Moms Club, but like, I'm a part of it,
But
so
it
I
really
don't care.
doesn't. It's just different.
Yeah, and like, I didn't nurse like this formula. I wrote down a very thorough list. I would say like, I wouldn't just be like, yo, you want to watch my baby? Like, if I didn't know them or trust them. But like, the thing is like, if you have somebody that actually follows what your instructions are, like, isn't like, oh, don't tell anybody, but here's some blue sprinkles with your ice cream.
Mhm.
Don't tell mommy. You know what I mean? Like, I trust her so much because, number one, she's just as crunchy as I am, if not more. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna feed my kid well. Like, you're gonna make sure he takes his naps. She's always just been like, tell me what to do, write it down, and I won't do it wrong. And my mom is the same way. If my mom was near me, we would be doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I have trust in those people. But like, would I leave them with like a BFF?
Yeah.
Probably not, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, not for 4 days or 3 days or something.
Yeah.
I've never.
I don't-
I mean, I did like a night trip once when my daughter was almost 1. Probably the same age that your baby is.
Yeah.
Mia. And it literally they left. I left at like 11 p.m. and I saw her at 7 a.m. and that's the longest.
Yeah.
So you
It's
guys
so
feel like anxious? Like, I am a hypochondriac
Yeah.
too. Don't get me wrong. But like, I'm neurotic as fuck. Like, for real. But like, I feel like it's very important. Like, this is like kind of my next thing. So I kind of know your guys' answer, but do you feel like it's like a no-no? Or like, when do you feel like it's necessary for mom and dad vacay getaways? You know?
I think as soon as there's somebody that you trust with your baby and you want to get away, then get away. But right
Yeah.
now, I just can't because I nurse.
Yeah.
So it's not
But
like
you're
I
also a
don't.
stay-at-home mom, so you're like,
Yeah.
they know you. You are their center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And honestly, okay, so this weekend, that's what I was going to say. This weekend is my first time leaving my 2 older ones for 3 days. But they're staying with my husband. So like I have zero worry at
Right.
all.
That's how I am. Like okay, so my mom and my mother-in-law are like my main people that watch Miles. Like when I'm work, so I work part-time. So I work Monday through Wednesday. And AJ works from home too, so he's home. But it's just hard to work from home and like watch a 1-year-old. So my mother-in-law comes over here, and then on Mondays and Wednesdays, Miles goes to my mom's house. And those are like the only 2 people that I would like fully trust. I think more for me, and I have like 2 sisters, but it's not that I don't trust them. Chloe and Grace, if you're listening, I do trust you. It's just more, it's a lot of freaking work, number 1. And 2, it's a lot of freaking things to like, if you don't do it every day or every week like my mother and my mom do, you don't know how to, they're so unpredictable, these kids. Anyway,
Right.
it's more for me that I have like a guilt conscious problem where I'm always feeling like, I just feel like I'm always burdening.
When do you think it would be okay?
Well, no, I don't know. I want to.
Go take a little weekend trip with your husband, reconnect, because postpartum is a wild hormonal crazy time where there often is a disconnect between spouses.
Yeah.
And I think it's, if you can have even a date night, if you can't get away, date night is really important. Like even just a dinner, a movie, something that it's just you two and not a baby.
Yeah, we've
I've done that.
but it's also to the my mom works, she owns a restaurant, so she's working all of the time, and it's hard to really get away. So, or for her to have a day off, and then I'm like, hey, you want my baby?
Yeah.
Right. And like, I totally get that. Like, I really understand that. But like in my house, like I personally, when Joe and I first were pregnant with Jace, I was like, we need to make sure that everybody knows mom and dad are number 1.
Yeah.
And it's an immediate second. And the thing is with that is like, I feel like if mom and dad aren't okay, the family unit's not okay.
Right.
So like,
Totally.
I find it very important for us to have weekends. And like sometimes we don't have mom and dad weekends, but sometimes I'll go away on like a Friday and be back Sunday after like doing like a marathon. And I have mom guilt when I first leave, but like I do know that they're number 1, they're gonna be okay with my husband. They're gonna be okay with my mother-in-law. And like, it's like a reset for me because it is so easy as a mom to get so overwhelmed because I work full time. Like I take care of our Airbnb. I work at my chiropractic and acupuncture clinic. Like I do a lot of things. So it's not just like I'm sitting at home. When I'm sitting at home, I'm playing with my kids and paying attention to them 100% too.
Yeah.
But like I still have to take texts. I still have to take calls. Like that is just unfortunate. But like at least I feel like I can be with them 4 days a week rather than, have them be at a daycare, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
We all have that similar situation that we don't put our kids in a daycare like daily. But I know a lot of moms do. I just, along with the day trips, I think even that I'd feel like, oh, like I should be doing that. And that's a personal thing. I feel like that's why I stay home because I'm like, oh, I can do that. I can feed.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I mean, every situation is different. I
But,
just
like,
haven't taken it.
I mean, have you guys had those moments? And I feel like I'm sure other people can relate to me, but you guys obviously can't in certain aspects of that, and that's totally fine. But like, do you guys ever just like sit on the floor after like a really stressful ass situation when your kid is like in bed, or kids, plural? You're like, what the fuck is happening to me right now?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that?
Yeah.
Or am I the only? Like, I'm like, what a day.
It just,
Like,
it all hits you at once. You're like,
Yeah.
damn, like that was wild. It
Well-
was like, it usually happens to me if like my oldest has like a temper tantrum or something, or I heard mom 50 times in a row and I just like need a minute of like quiet, like, like, whoa.
Yeah.
No, 100%. It's literally so real of that, like the days you love them so much, but you also get so excited for them to go to bed. So you're like, it's almost 7:30. Like I've had so much time with you. but I also can't wait
Yeah.
that 7:30 to bedtime. But here's the thing. By 9 o'clock, I'm like, I miss him. I want him to wake up. Like, I start going through my videos, my pictures, and like, I miss him a lot. But when it's like getting close to 7:30, I'm like, a little bit of freedom, a little time where you have like all night, It just sounds terrible.
Yeah. Like 7 o'clock hits and I'm like, okay, like it's almost like I'm going to have a minute.
Like, yep. And then you feel a little guilty for feeling that way. Then they'll like do something where they smack their sister or like yell and you're like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. But like, okay, like no, I'm not saying parenting is a job per se, but it is something that you're doing where your mind is working like it is at work. And
yes,
when people leave work, they clock out, right? And it's 20 minutes till they clock out. They're like, oh my God, I'm almost like it's my day, my shift, this time is almost over. And I feel like it's a similar sin. Obviously, do not say like, but like that same concept. So I don't think we should feel guilty because we do love our kids and we kiss them goodnight. But it's not,
exactly.
It's like, okay, we have a minute to ourselves again.
Yes. Yeah. When I went out, like Joe was so like I felt bad because I was like, is there something wrong with me? He's like, I miss the kids so much. But again, he's not with them as much as me because he comes home at 6:30 and like he sees them for maybe an hour. And then he's the fun one, does all the fun things. And then he goes to bed. But it's like, when you're always there, you get them up, get them whatever. And Joe's like, I miss them. I'm like, I do too. But like, we need this.
Yeah.
We need this. I kept telling him like, we need this. And then by the time we went to the concert and like, it was like pop off, you know what I mean? Like we were like living our best life. Yeah. And then, but we were so ready to come home though on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But like, it was just such a good way to like decompress.
To let go and date again. That's what it feels like. It's like dating your spouse again.
Yeah.
And I totally support that. Like if you have the support system and the option to leave for a long weekend, send it.
Yeah.
Like I haven't been able to yet because I'm a nurse. So it's a self-fraught conflict.
If you guys were, this is an intense question. If you guys have like a night or like a overnight to yourselves, like what are you guys gonna do if you're not going on vacation?
Wait, what do you mean? At home?
You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll go. When Joe's mom was like, I'll take the kids, you guys just go have a nice little date night. We literally just had sex the entire night. Like it was like, you know what I'm saying though?
I knew.
Do you not?
I knew that's where you were going with this. But I also was like, let me hear what she has to say because I already know what she's gonna say.
Let me hear this bitch out real quick. I know I'm red as anything, but let me tell you, like we do.
You're saying like at home? Is this what you're saying?
I've never been
in the option.
I've never had someone take my kids overnight, so it's really hard for me. But like, I guess it would be the same for any married couple. I think if
that's really not true.
Home. Oh,
no, that's not true because I have a couple of friends. I'm not even gonna say how close they are to me, but they would be okay with having sex with their husbands like one time a month.
Oh yeah, and I don't know how that's like possible.
How is that real? But I know. But like that's my point. Is like, okay, number one, okay, that's a really hot take, and sorry if I offended anybody, but like really, how do you put your husband?
Not be sorry if you offended anybody. This is an adult mom podcast, and we all got here the same way.
Wait,
okay?
You're right. I have a question. This is serious.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, do you think that your parents still have sex?
Well, that's foul. That's illegal to ask someone, Mia. Illegal.
All right. Do you think that like
I do.
Yeah, I totally see your
I do.
sex. I totally see it. But
easy now, easy.
My guy,
I'm sorry, mommy and daddy. I'm so sorry.
Wait.
Hold on. Lord. See, we're going to hell, bitch. We're going to fucking hell for bringing that shit up. But we're not
watching on YouTube.
Mike malfunction.
Just literally.
Okay, wait. All right. Okay, don't mind me for the question. Just hear me out. Disregard the question. When you get of your parents' age, will you still be having sex with your husband?
I hope so.
Okay. And like I watch shows, for example, The Golden Bachelor. I don't know if you guys watch. They're like older, like 60s, late.
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
And I'm like, are they having sex? Yes, 100%. They're like older, but like they're having sex. Like, oh, so I said to AJ, I was like, at that age, will we still have sex? And he was like, yes. But you don't think, yeah.
Well, first of all, I think it's healthy at any age for a couple to be intimate.
Yep.
So that's kind of like stance on that. But this is so creepy and weird. But I used to work at a nursing home. Did you know that the sex drive goes up at a certain point?
Oh, I believe it.
I was just going to say that.
So,
I was just going to say that. So in like nursing homes, a lot of the time, STDs
I have heard this.
run wild there.
I think it's like 80% higher,
right?
Oh God.
So on that note, I hope so. But just like with my husband.
Well, I have a 96-year-old patient. This actually just happened today, and a girl at my office, we were talking about it. He talks about how his wife died in 2011, and he just wants to date girls to have sex with them. And I don't mean girls. I mean like ladies. I mean like women in their 80s. Like he actually says this. Like he's like, yeah, this old lady, she's been chasing me around, but she wants to settle down, and I'm just looking to have sex. And we're like, ooh, there you go.
That for
I
him.
can't see it. Like I physically can't see it, but I know I want to participate when it's from a page.
Yeah.
Right.
I
No,
actually
it's
think that
like-
that's how I want to die. Like, I want to have a massive heart attack at like 98. Like, at
This is
least
how
she
my-
was doing
ever
something she
seen that
loved.
show 1,000 Ways
know?
to Die.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed that was one of them.
100%.
But like, also, do you remember? Like, I think about this weirdly a lot because me and my husband do it. Like, we'll lock the door. I remember going up to my parents' room and be like, "Mom, unlock the door," and like, I just feel like now I know what the fuck they were doing when I was trying to get in. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, more power to them. They were like, we got to do what we got to do, even if someone's home. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, but damn,
That is so funny.
traumatizing. Okay, I'm
What?
sorry I brought it up.
I
okay.
brought it up, but I brought up the parents part.
Yeah, that's fair. We're not talking about our parents specifically, just people that are
Yes.
older than us. That's kind of, I think, how you should have worded that beyond.
I should have worded it by saying, when you're your parents' age, will you still be?
There we go.
But I can't lie. Hot take. Every time I see like a couple, I think not of them having sex. I think like how often do they have sex? Do they, or do they?
Yeah.
Are they older? Like
Older or
Well,
like our age?
I think there's like a connection that people show and people radiate when they're with others that you can tell if they have chemistry or not.
Yeah.
That's fair.
great.
And that's probably what you're picking up on.
Yeah. Yes.
There's some couples that that like
Right.
they're not doing
Or they're not doing anything. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
and
I used to be like this person. Like, I feel like it says something about the person that you're with if like you want to have children with them. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, because I never wanted to have children. I was not motherly when I was 18. I never knew what to do, how to change a diaper until Jace. Like, that's the truth. I was never like, oh my God, I can't wait to be a mom. But like with my husband, like I said, like he want to have 20 kids. I'm very fine. Like, let's go. But like I feel like your body knows and like you subconsciously know. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's really like a chemical
Yeah.
reaction. I swear that our
Yeah.
body is
It's
giving
like-
off when we're around the people that we love.
It's so true.
Yes.
No, it's kind of like you, Lex. Like my best friend was the same way. Like in relationships where she couldn't like get to that place of like, and I would be like, oh, can you imagine this? Can you imagine that? And she's like, no. But then now she's in this
No, yeah.
relationship and she's like, yes, yeah. Like she was like Mia, and I would always say to her, I'm like, when you get that, you're gonna be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll bet
you will know. Like you'll know. And she's like, no, I never will know. And now she freaking knows. And it's like you, Lex. Like she wants everything. Like totally in love.
You guys, you see that thing where it's like feminine energy?
Yes.
It's
No.
like going around. It's like if a man like takes care of you, provides you emotional, physical security, your feminine energy can come out.
Yep.
And I feel like maybe it's like a
Interesting.
thing that your past relationship didn't bring that out in you. So like you never saw yourself in that like quote unquote feminine
Yeah.
role.
I like that.
And
I
and he
actually
makes me feel
100%
safe, so it
agree with
probably
it.
like I want to do these things. Like a lot of people will get in a relationship with like the right person and they'll change. They're like, I want to bake cookies
Yes.
and I want to have babies and I want to do this and that. And it's like that natural feminine energy comes out. I saw that and I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
I've
But,
always
like-
known I wanted kids, so it didn't
Yeah,
really
you did.
it wasn't really so much for me, but I think for you, that's a perfect example of how you're like, not that you were ever masculine, but you're like masculine energy had to come out where you were like taking care of yourself and didn't want to
Right.
didn't
Yes,
see
Miss
kids and-
Independent.
yeah.
But I do believe
then-
that there's a thing, like, I mean, I didn't, like, make this up, but, like, I remember when I met Joe, there was this one situation where I knew that he and I were, like, totally meant to be, and it was like, okay, you are it. And it's like,
You remember this moment?
yes, like,
Okay.
100%.
You.
He literally, like, looked at me and was like, you are a fucking queen. And I was done. I was literally like, yeah, let me get on a plane now. Because, like, I have never had a man be like, okay, he recognized me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and just do
yes, he put me on a fucking pedestal. The term being dickmatized, right? Do you guys know that?
No.
I can
I'm thinking, I know what I mean.
Mia, you're just vanilla, and I love
Yes.
you. But it's like, it's so funny because, like, when I met Joe and, like, he told me that I was a queen, I was telling this girl at the bar that was my friend about it. She was like, girl, you are stigmatized. This is your man. This is it for you. And I was like, shut up, whatever. She's like, no, like, you have that, like, twitch in your eye that it's like, you're necessary. And she wasn't wrong. You know, here we are 6.5 years later. It's a thing. But, like, I do feel like that. It's like, you just click, you know? That's also why I feel like when older people are like, we may be old, but we're not dead. Like, now we start to kind of like fall into that a little bit, being like, that's why I feel like mom and dad vacations are so good and healthy, because I feel like it like reconnects you after all of like the bullshit that you have weekly, like even monthly. Like, I feel like you always like can come back and like reconnect.
Yeah.
Okay, a really good thing, like a date night thing, a fucking really good game for couples. Have you guys ever played Let's Get Deep?
You have it? I really want it.
You need to get it. It is, you think that you know all the answers to these questions, but you don't.
I'm going to get it.
a lot of them like there's like I think 3 different categories at my box has. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
like an expansion or anything, but there's like deep, deeper, deepest. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, and like the deep
icebreaker.
is just like icebreaker, basic questions like
Yeah.
what did you want to be when you were older? Like it's stuff that you're not necessarily asking people that are like but it's like
Kinda
okay,
thing.
didn't know
Yeah,
that about
right.
you. And then like the deeper, it's like pretty intimate.
It's
questions.
heavy.
And like general,
Questions. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
I actually don't think it's sex related questions. I maybe like one, but it was like, oh,
I
who was,
I mean, I didn't do the whole box, so I don't know how
Yeah.
many, but
we haven't either, but like we've done it like 3 or 4 different date nights, and we'll play it for like 2 hours, and like we don't watch TV, we're not on our phones. Like it's like the one thing, it was like, what was your biggest regret in life? Or what was something where you said, I made it? Like, yo, they are like a tearjerker
Yeah.
for like me, because I'm a crier.
and obviously
Yes.
it's important for your spouse to hear them,
Yeah.
to connect with them, but like just for yourself, it's a great game.
I need to get it. I'm going to get it
Honestly.
like tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
Do it.
There's actually a Let's Get Deep holiday
Ooh.
version.
Okay. That's a good.
I don't know if
A
it's
what?
like about Christmas or something. It's like Let's Get Deep holiday edition. I don't know.
I think there's one that's like a girls'
Yeah,
night
I-
too. Like I think I've seen different,
Like
I don't
different ones. Themes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Okay.
Great.
I really like that.
As if you don't know your husband to the bone because you grew up together.
We know each other like to the bone. Like AJ a face and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, but we love little questions like that. Like those questions, like you said, like what's something that said like you made it. Like the answers I feel like would be fun to hear, and like obviously they're interchangeable. Change, like now that we have a kid, it might change, like things like that, like just to like visit.
Yeah. And you might know them by them saying that answer specifically could be like
Right. I actually think that they're really good because it's like, what was a one time like in your life where you were really sad? Or like just things like that that you don't ever ask anybody. And you have to like think back. And I feel like you do connect on like a little bit of a deeper level, which is why I love the game so much because I didn't think my husband would be about it. He's big old macho man.
Yeah.
And when we started playing it, it was like, oh my God, this is kind of fun. And he would always laugh at me for crying. He's like, again, really? What are you talking about? And
But it could be
It's it.
a way of like almost like therapy kind of because you're not asking those questions to your husband every day. You're not saying like, Dave, like, why
Right.
would you so scared?
true.
Like, I'm not asking that every day, but it's kind of like a way of therapy, kind of. Actually, this is, well, it's not controversial. I think everyone should go to therapy, but this is like a going on a tangent. But I just actually recently started going to therapy like for myself, and I fucking love it. Like, I never want to leave my therapist. I love her so much. I want her to be my like best friend. When she tells me the day, like, me need this anymore, I'm gonna be like, are you sure? Like, I love. It's like we're hanging out.
There's got to be something else in there. Dig it out, baby. Dig it out.
Run. I love it. I love going.
That's
so
She's just gonna
funny.
make up some bullshit. She's like, okay,
Yeah,
you do need
But you're like,
to stay.
what? We're
Yeah.
die.
Honestly, I have been to therapy. I'm not knocking therapy. I love it. I think it's wonderful. But I feel like if I went now, they'd be like, okay, I got to crack this nut here. You have this wrong with you, this wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? So it would take me a while to find somebody that I trusted with all my baggage.
A lot of time. Like, do you think
They would someone online.
sorry? So
I
funny.
love that.
What'd you say, Mia?
I do say it a lot where I'm like, do you think I'm crazy for saying this? And she's like, no. Like, you're not crazy. I'm like, are you sure?
I bet she
Even if
probably
you were,
gets
I'm
that.
pretty sure she'd
She'd be-
say no because that's
Yeah.
literally her
Yeah.
job.
She's like, for $120 an hour, Mia, you were on it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, you're good.
Exactly.
You're fucking good. Coming back, baby.
You're coming back.
Wait, have you guys, we're just gonna stay on this topic. Have you guys ever seen this show? It's on HBO Max. One of my patients told me to watch it because I have no idea why. But we got on this subject about like what initially draws you to the person that you're with.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's definitely about big dick energy. Like 100%, you need to like own who you are. You need to be able to handle all of this because I'm a lot. I'm only 5 foot, but listen, like I have a mouth on me. I know what I want. I'm very driven. You know what I mean? You really want to have somebody. He told me, he's like, you should watch this show called Naked Attraction. Have you ever heard of it or seen it?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. You just get naked and talk to this person, right?
No, it's wild. It's fucking crazy. It's not a good show.
Wait, so
It's terrible.
You actually
it's
look
awful. You can't fucking look away. You can't look away, dude. Okay, so this is what happens. A single man or woman comes on and they get like 6 pics of like people that are standing behind this collapsible door, okay? And they go from their feet. So they start at like their thighs and knees, and that's the first thing showing.
I've seen videos of that on TikTok.
And then they raise it so you can see whatever they're working with. And honestly, it's kind of like very cringy. Number one, every single guy is uncircumcised because it's like a British show. So it's kind of hard to watch like a anteater looking thing staring at you. And you're like, this is awkward, bro. This is weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like,
Wait,
then they
that's-
like go up and then they pick it.
They don't circumcise in Europe?
I don't think so.
No, not according to the show. Every single episode. Every episode. And the funny thing is like, there was this one. This might sound fucked up, guys. This, me and my husband watched this and we like the whole time. We're like, wow. So she picked him, huh? Like this, like we just look like it's just a freaking weird concept. And they throw a dude in there in a fucking wheelchair. Okay, first of all, you're an asshole for being mean to the guy in the wheelchair if you don't think his like wiener's up to your par. And second of all, if you don't pick the guy in the fucking wheelchair, I feel like that's shitty too. I'd be picking that man in the wheelchair.
Are these solely based on penises?
Yeah,
They're
attraction.
based
the whole
on their
body.
look of their stature of their body.
Okay.
And they don't even show the head until the end. So it comes down to 2 people, and then they have to come out of this like Barbie doll looking case, and they walk out actually on stage. And then after a commercial break, they bring out the person that's picking naked. It's so bizarre.
Wait, that
I literally could never.
No.
me either.
Like, I'm comfortable. I was comfortable before, I housed children. But like, I'm comfortable enough, but there ain't no way I'd be standing on stage where everyone can see every imperfection. It's just weird to me. But like,
That's really what dating has come to. That's
Apparently.
we need to just point that out.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I can't get on with the Love is Blind thing. Because like, I feel like that's so unconventional. Yeah, it makes for a good show. Or like the Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
But like, they don't do a good job pairing these people up. And then they fucking get divorced.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, it's great juicy TV, but like, is it realistic? Like, I'd rather like use my imagination if I'm with a guy and he's my type and like he's saying all the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I care about more. Like, than like just knowing what they work with to begin with. I feel like that takes like the spark out of
100%.
your
Yeah, it's
situation.
very backwards.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the thing that, we should be attracted to people, but not like
Right.
that's the only thing that's
Right.
fun. Like for me, you said big dick energy. For me, I like a guy that pays attention to the little things. Like when me and Alex
like
first
that.
started talking, I would like mention something, and he'd be like,
Like, I remembered.
I mentioned this one donut place that I used to go to. It was like my favorite, and there's one spot, and I told it to him. And then like literally 2 days later, a dozen to me. And I literally just mentioned it.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Mine is not big energy.
Yep.
Mine's like the opposite. I wouldn't be able to do the big dick energy. I can't do like this like sounds like really bad, but
I don't like the big dick energy. I like it.
The opposite way.
wait, what? Oh,
AJ,
Doesn't feel that way about you.
wait, what do you mean?
no, it's not a bad
No. I'm gonna explain what I mean. I mean, like, if AJ were like so confident in himself, I don't know if I would find that for me attractive to him because I'd be like, ooh, but I'm not so confident about myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not there. So I wouldn't be able to like get along with that. I'm not saying AJ's not like that at all. I just think, I don't know, we both compliment each other in that way. But my way, like you said, Kendra, mine is like when I met AJ, I love that he, like, just something a little small. I love that he finds joy in like other things, or like I love to, if like he knows something's gonna bring me joy, he's like, look, like I could see out of the corner of my eye and he's like looking at me like wanting to feel the joy that I'm feeling. Like, I love that. Or if my siblings are over and he knows like our dog does something really funny outside, he's like, you guys gotta see this. And then he'll be showing them and he's like looking at them to like get that joy and feel the joy.
He feels
fucking
people's
Yes, and I
emotions.
love that about
Yes.
him. I love that.
Yeah.
He's golden retriever.
But he's not. He's like black cat because he doesn't speak. He's who's so quiet.
No, that's my husband.
He's so quiet.
Like, that's so funny because like when I say big dick energy about Joe, I mean like his presence, like the way that he stands, like I actually find that so attractive. He's confident, but he's not like a fuckboy confident.
Yes. No, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
He's confident,
Yes.
not cocky.
Yes. And it's so true. Like, but I also loved that it was like, I can read everybody, but I can't read him. And like, so it was very interesting to me. Like, I'd like to see the
Curious.
thing that would like, yeah, like that would like make him like be excited about our relationship, or like he would do something super cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was like, okay, you do have like a little bit of a soft side, but he's like hard shell, that like caramel center kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? Like,
When sometimes their actions don't match their looks.
yes.
I agree.
Like Joe is very like tough, manly, good with his hands, like just rugged. And if he
Yes.
did something sweet and sentimental, you're like, wait, what? I
Right.
like this.
Like
'Cause
at the
it
same
throws
time,
you
love
off.
it. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, because he
get
can be
it.
very vocal like that, like, you know, just like do little things. And then so when that does happen, I'm so appreciative because I'm like, look at you being all sweet. You know what I mean? Like it just hits you. It's right in the ticker.
Right in the ticker. Anyway, right in the ticker.
That's what
Okay.
we'll call it.
Well, I mean, you got to get the fanny flutters. Like, if no guy gives you fanny flutters, you're done.
Wait,
Are you lying?
That-
Am I lying?
no, that's so true.
If you don't get a flutter for a man, who is
I
he?
have never heard it
Sorry.
like that. Fanny. What?
That's true. If he doesn't give you a fanny flutter,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Like, you get a little,
Yeah.
like, you don't like one.
That's
He's your man.
hilarious.
Fanny flutter.
That's my new word. I love it.
Sorry, Joe always is like, never mind. I ain't even gonna say it.
I'm sure
Never mind.
she would love to hang around and listen.
We're gonna keep that one because I don't know who's listening. So
Yeah.
another day, another station. Okay, well, since we didn't hit on any of them topics, we'll save these ones next week. Okay, so weekend plans. I'm gonna decorate for Christmas. I'm gonna make my first batch of cookies so that way I know like how they taste. Kendra, you're going to grill, right?
Cookies? Do you gift Christmas cookies? Like, is that what do you do that?
I don't gift them, but I like to make them and freeze them. And I'm hosting Christmas, so I always like to make sure that it's like, okay, I have this recipe, or like if I didn't add, they weren't fluffy enough, I want to change it out, you know? So, but you're going to drill, right?
I'm
all
going
you're
to
doing?
drill this weekend. Yeah. So Alec is staying home with the two older, and I'm taking the baby, and my parents are watching him this weekend.
Nice.
Wait, so you go without your husband?
What are you doing, Mia?
Yeah, because he just got home from 3 weeks away, so it's kind of really nice that like he can like spend time
Yeah.
with the kids, just him, have like weekend, and we're driving down in 2 weeks for Thanksgiving, so that way it's just not so much driving for the kids all in a
What's
row.
drill? Isn't drill like military?
Yeah, she's in the military.
Oh my God, I didn't even put two and two together. I completely forgot that you also. Oh my God, I always just think your husband and not.
Well, I'm not full time. That's
Sure.
why I'm reserved.
Okay. That's so freaking cool. I never even thought of that. That's really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in for like 11 years at this point, which is
And you
so
could take your
crazy.
littlest.
No,
What-
my
right,
parents are what? Like my drill is down by my parents' house, so they're
That's
gonna
really
watch him.
cool.
Yeah.
But
I
like
love that.
they're so great though, because like they know I'm nursing, so they're like, whenever you need to go to feed your baby, like go ahead, we get it. Like I know like legally they have
Yeah.
to do that, but I don't know. It's like with the military, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What are you doing, Mia?
This weekend, not much. AJ's leaving for Nashville actually on Monday, but for work. He'll be there till Wednesday.
Love.
And then, so this weekend we're kind of just doing like family time. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do yet exactly, but just family time until he goes away.
Okay.
What, Taco Bell?
Oh.
What's in there? Oh,
Hot fuzz.
that's the one thing I can't get around to. I can't drink it. I hate the taste of it.
Blue dye, bitch.
It's
Blue
so-
dye. You're gonna be
Wired.
wired.
I need to be
Throw
wired.
me-
I'm about to start 3 hours home, so
Valid. All right,
hope
fine.
so.
Well, at least you're giving it to yourself and not your kid. So
no, like
That's
they
all
always ask for it. It's like, oh, what is this cool blue drink that my mom is drinking? But I'm like,
Yeah.
here's your water.
that
Sorry.
I do love me a Taco Bell though, for real. Okay. Next
that's
time.
that's my choice. I'm guilty.
At it.
pleasure.
100% guilty pleasure. I love it.
I haven't had it so long, but I would love it.
I haven't had it since Saturday when I ate like 5 tacos after being wasted in Nashville. Make sure you guys go to the giveaway.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
comment, or all those things. 5-star rating on Spotify, please. And have a wonderful week until next time.
The giveaway is only gonna have like a week left.
Oh, yeah. So you better
So-
make sure, get them all in, because it's a really nice
Yep.
Stanley Cup. Okay, guys. Well, have a good night.
Bye, guys.